Live from Brentwood High School, you're watching Emmy Award-winning WBHS 9, the only high school TV station broadcast throughout all of Williamson County.
Good afternoon, I'm Caitlin Alexander.
And I'm Mason Bergen. Welcome to Channel 9 News. The BHS volleyball team capped a streak of 61 consecutive victories by winning the TSSAA State Championship. Siegel High School dealt the team their only loss in the first contest of the season, after which the Lady Bruins went undefeated through regular season and postseason play. Farragut emerged from the losers bracket to give the team a thrilling match, taking the first two matches. Coach Campbell's team stormed back to take the final three and the state title. Senior Katie Kemp was named the state tournament MVP. The win was a Tennessee State record 10th for the Lady Bruins volleyball team, all under the legendary coach Barbara Campbell.
Brentwood is also breaking records in the classroom, posting a new school record high for average ACT score. Information released in the August 20th College Readiness Letter shows BHS with an average of 25.9, a full half point higher than last year's score and 6 points above the state average. Brentwood also scored the highest of all Williamson County schools.
From good news to sad, Assistant Principal Randy Hatley is leaving Brentwood High School. WBHS 9's Kelsey Brannon begins our team coverage, taking a look at why Hatley is leaving and where he's going.
Assistant Principal Hatley was faced with a tough decision, but has chosen to leave Brentwood High School.
First of all, it's definitely not an easy decision. Had some great times here at Brentwood High School, but my daughter goes out to Page High School, and my son will probably go out there also, and so that gives me an opportunity to be with her. It is kind of a sad thing because I feel like I'm playing for two teams here. I have my Brentwood team and my Hatley team, and the Hatley team kind of won out on this one, but still going to be observing what's going on in Brentwood and always be a fan. Alright, so looking back at my timeline at Brentwood High School, I started here. Most people don't know this probably now in the building, but I started here as the boys basketball coach. 4 years that Coach King was not coaching, that's when I was coaching, taught in the social studies department, and did that for 4 years, then hooked up with Mr. Adams and taught some AP classes with him. He was a great mentor for that, and when I stopped coaching basketball, went back to Tennessee State University and got an EDS from them, or earned that from them. But when I think about my very first day here at Brentwood High School, no one told me about the traffic. I realized that I was going to be late on my first day of teaching at Brentwood High School. I humbly walk into class as the old coach who can't get to school on time, and my department chair, Miss Baird, gave me the Miss Baird look, and I'll never forget that. And I think she forgave me later, but now every year when I'm teaching new teachers about things that happen at Brentwood High School, I always say, don't forget about how bad the traffic is. When I think about special stories or events of teachers, you go back to pep rallies, and then obviously some of the things that Coach Norris has taught me, and we've shared those experiences. Well, I can't get into the specifics of that, but he's a good friend of mine, and been able to develop friendships with a lot of the teachers and a lot of the administration now. But as far as specific stories, there's so many, I would hate to say one and not say them all, but it's been a great experience, and I hate to leave, but it's one of those things that's best for me probably. Since coming to Brentwood High School, I've been in the social studies department, so I will definitely miss all of my compadres in the social studies department. I've been lucky enough to supervise kind of the math department over the last 2.5 years. So I'll miss a lot of those relationships, but a lot of the fun talks after school between classes with Coach King, Coach Norris, Mr. Caudill, those kind of things, and just kind of the fun of it, and just being able to know that these will still be my friends, and a lot of the students that I've been able to get to know and see them out in public, and they mess with my kids, and I mess with them a little bit, and it's great to see them grow up and mature. And believe it or not, there are 2 teachers on staff here at Brentwood High School who were my teachers before. One of them was when I was at Page before I was at Brentwood, and one of them was here at Brentwood. So those relationships are pretty cool too.
Kelsey Brannon, WBHS 9.
Thanks, Kelsey.
Get your suits and dresses clean. Fresh and Formal is right around the corner. This is video from last year where more than 200 ninth graders attended the Winter Bowl. Officer Otis Coffey will again bring his sweet tunes to the BHS cafeteria. This year's theme, Night Under the Stars. Freshman formal is Friday, December 5th from 7 till 11. Admission is free.
Also coming up, Halloween. Many of us are carving pumpkins for the holiday. Our very own Kira Lee shows us one place you may want to look before you buy.
On the corner of Mallory Lane and Cool Springs Boulevard, a vibrant pumpkin patch can be seen in front of Walgreens. Passing by, you may notice the many volunteers running about, the colorful and variant pumpkins, and the happy customers. But what you can't tell from a glance is the story behind this pumpkin patch. The Cooper Trooper Foundation's pumpkin patch was created in 2008 when Cooper Cook, a child of only 8 weeks, was diagnosed with cancer.
Cooper was a trooper. About 5 years ago, his family had, Cooper had cancer, and it was a tough go for the family. It was a family with 3 boys, and anyway, the good news is Cooper today is doing fine. He's in remission. Everything we make here at the pumpkin patch goes to the Cooper Trooper Foundation, which the Cook family started.
Since then, the foundation, created by Cooper's parents, has held an annual pumpkin patch to help raise money for the kids and siblings of those affected by pediatric cancer. Worked mainly by volunteers, the pumpkin patch continues to spread awareness and raise money for the cause. However, this past year, tragedy struck the Cook family again.
Rod Cook was co-founder of the Cooper Trooper Foundation. He and his wife Missy founded the foundation 6 years ago, as you guys know. Unfortunately, we lost him last year suddenly, which was just really hard for the whole family.
Although Rod has passed away, his legacy lives on through his family, friends, and the foundation, which continues to help people going through similar struggles to those of the Cook family. Kira Lee, WBHS 9 News.
Thanks, Kira.
Brentwood High School is going to the dogs. They use a secret recipe sure to make any pup drool. The special education students mix the ingredients, roll out the dough, and cut them out, then toss them into the oven. The dog biscuits are then packaged and sold to teachers for $1 a bag. If you'd like to order some of the treats, contact Miss Walker or Miss Harris.
Coming up next on Channel 9, Brentwood has a new football coach, and it's someone you may recognize. More on that story after the break. Physics students get physical. They spent the past week building and testing machines. They test things like gravity, mass, and motion. Upperclassmen build contraptions like these, complete with pulleys and weights, to test their theories on how much weight it takes to make a machine turn. Mr. Marrero has been using this lesson for the past 3 years, and students love seeing what they read in a book play out in the physics lab.
Speaking of physical, our Brentwood athletes have been working hard the past couple months, and it's paying off. Tanner Tapp has more in sports.
Thanks, guys. Welcome to the 50-yard line with Tanner Tapp. Brentwood had a rough year in terms of football, finishing the season 2-8 under the second year of head coach Mike Woodward. The Brentwood program, in search of the winning tradition, parted ways with Woodward following this past season. With that, Brentwood football hands the reins over to a new man, but a familiar face. Ron Crawford coached the Bruins from 2002 to 2011 before heading to Cleveland, Tennessee. Crawford returns with the new hope to a program that struggled over the past couple years, but knows that they're not far from the winning tradition once again. Now we're going to send it over to Chandler Butler, who's got some interesting baseball news for us.
In celebration of Halloween, the Bruins baseball team dressed up for their scrimmage on Thursday. Their enthusiasm for the start of the season is reflected in their costumes.
I dressed as Daisy Duke for the game today, because Halloween's tomorrow. We plan on having a good year today.
I'm Ash Ketchum, and we're excited for our Halloween scrimmage today.
And I'm PJ Scalise, and I'm Superman.
I'm Lane Harris, and I'm a ref. Go Bruins.
This is the first time the boys have been able to practice on the field before the season officially starts. Coach Moore elaborates on this change in the rules and his inspiration and reason behind the Halloween-themed practice.
Yeah, the rules have changed where we can actually
do stuff on the field in the fall. And I know a couple friends of mine in college, they kind of do this with their guys in college, and so we thought we'd try it out. This is our first time to do it, so, and they're pretty into it, as you could tell by the costumes. But it's just something funny, just another team building exercise that we're trying to do. And rules don't allow us to be out there, but they can be out there and organize it themselves, so they're having a blast doing that. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do it again next year.
What a great way for the Bruins to start their season. I'm Chandler Butler, WBHS 9 News.
Thanks, Chandler. Welcome to Center Court. I'm here with TSSAA Coach of the Year, Barbara Campbell, to talk about their incredible 2014 season. Coach Campbell, what was it that got your team to where they were?
Well, I would say teamwork, leadership from my seniors, and just an intense desire to repeat from last year and to continue the Lady Bruin tradition.
And can you talk about the Farragut game, the final match, overcoming the 0-2 deficit?
Yeah, that was a really exciting match. Down 2, I knew if we won the third one, we could come back. We would come back. And I tell you, I wish every one of you could have been in the timeouts, because if you would have been there, you would have believed. And they just believed that they could. They believed they would. And it was like, it was do or die. And they would not give up. And once again, it was that intense desire, you know, and teamwork.
That was a great game. But everyone's wondering, what does the future of Barbara Campbell look like?
We wish we knew. How about if we say one day at a time? Right now I'm planning for 2016 and for a three-peat, and one day at a time, and the future always looks bright for Barbara Campbell.
Well, we appreciate you being here, Coach.
Thank you.
Finally, to wrap it up here at midcourt, as awesome as it was to see Coach Campbell to win State Female Coach of the Year, our very own Dennis King has won the Male Coach of the Year for the entire state. His boys basketball team is definitely looking to make another run at the state tournament this year. So all around, Brentwood doing a pretty solid job in athletics.
Thanks, Tanner. Channel 9's own Ronnie Adcock has been named the Brentwood High School 2014-2015 Teacher of the Year. Mr. Adcock has been teaching high school broadcasting for just over 6 years and has made a major impact on the program. Last year, he was recognized as the THSBA Instructor of the Year as well. We wouldn't be here without him.
We've got some interesting weather changes in the near future. We're going to send it over to Caleb Howard with a special weather report.
Welcome to Brentwood High Weather. I'm Caleb Howard. Let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. We're going to be finishing off the week with virtually no rain, sunny days, but it's going to take a turn on Sunday with temperatures rising above freezing, a little bit of rain, around 50% on Sunday, moving up to a lot more, around 90% on Monday, and then kind of backing off on Tuesday, back to about 50%. Now, let's take a look at Williamson County's new snow plan. As we move further into winter, temperatures are steadily decreasing and weather's becoming more inclement. Therefore, Williamson County has asked teachers to implement a unique snow plan for their classes so that students may catch up on work that may have been lost to snow days. With that in mind, please bundle up, be safe as the temperatures drop below freezing. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Caleb.
Young Life has always been a solid program at Brentwood, but there's a side to Young Life that not many get to see. Our very own Emma Richards has more on that story.
Driving past Brentwood Baptist on a Thursday night, you may notice the small amounts of cars in the parking lot. Although there are few in the building, one of its most influential clubs is taking place in room 2102.
Gotta love the raffle.
To win the raffle, you have to love the raffle. Over 60 kids, ranging in age from 14 to 22, come to Brentwood Baptist every month to participate in the fun and welcoming atmosphere of Capernaum.
Capernaum is a program where people with special needs and people without special needs get together and it's like a Christian club basically. We learn about God, we play games, we sing Christian, we sing music. We sing music that we know from the radio and everything. And just be yourselves. I've learned how to become closer to God and how, like, there's stories that we know so many times. If we get deeper into them, we know more and more each time.
Over 60 kids from ages 14 to 22 come every month to enjoy the fun and welcoming atmosphere of Capernaum. Ben Summers, a senior at Brentwood High, loves the fun he has at Capernaum.
What's your favorite thing about Capernaum?
My favorite thing about Capernaum this year is to sing and play games and have food and just all that kind of stuff. Man around, we have a blast.
High school kids and volunteers from schools all over Williamson County participate in Capernaum. Through the fun games, skits, and songs incorporated into Capernaum Club, kids with disabilities are encouraged to develop fulfilling friendships and challenge their limits.
My buddy is Noah Jenkins. He is my school. We're like best friends.
Our crew joined in on the fun of Capernaum, allowing the kids to check out our equipment and even participating in some of the games and dance parties. For more information, visit Capernaum's website at wilcocapernaum.younglife.org.
Emma Richards, WBHS 9 News.
Coming up, teachers are supposed to mold young minds, but I'm not sure this is the kind of molding they're talking about. The story after the break.
Some things are just worth dying for.
Finally, you may notice some unusual figures hanging around the halls of Brentwood High School. Art 1 students in Heather McHugh's class are making mannequins. They begin with packing tape and wrap it around a body part, such as an arm or leg. Students then cut the tape, which forms their mold. The molds are reassembled into full mannequins. Next week, students will hang those mannequins around the school. And they're a little creepy.
Yes, they are. That's all for today on Channel 9. I'm Caitlin Alexander.
And I'm Mason Bergen. We'll see you next time on Channel 9 News.